You have been going to the gym on a consistent basis, keeping track of every calorie you consume, and noting how the numbers on the scale continue to decrease week after week. Up until the point that you get a glance of yourself in the mirror and realize that something is odd, you are feeling fairly good about yourself. It's true that you've shed some pounds, but where did all of the muscle that you've worked so hard to build go to? If you recognize yourself in this situation, you are not the only one. In their pursuit of a more slim body, a great number of people who are interested in fitness end up having the unfortunate experience of losing both fat and muscle. Fear not, however. Your approach to fat reduction is going to undergo a revolutionary change, and we are about to begin on a path that will ensure you maintain those valuable gains while simultaneously reducing undesirable fat. When it comes to both physical fitness and body composition, there is a delicate balance that must be maintained between reducing fat and maintaining muscle mass. It's a tightrope walk that demands accuracy, understanding, and a touch of elegance. A significant number of individuals commit critical errors that undermine their efforts, resulting in feelings of dissatisfaction and frustration. However, here is some good news. If you use the appropriate method, you can undoubtedly reduce fat without giving up the muscle that you have worked so hard to get. In this detailed book, we'll analyze the typical traps that trip up even the most devoted fitness lovers and present you with effective solutions to prevent them. So buckle up and get ready to revolutionize your fat reduction journey. Whether you're a seasoned gym rat or just beginning your fitness experience, the insights you're going to receive will be game changers. We'll dig into the science underlying fat reduction and muscle preservation, refute common beliefs, and give you the skills you need to sculpt the lean, strong figure you've always dreamt of. Let's start by tackling one of the most widespread errors in the fitness world: crash diets. It's easy to imagine that severely decreasing calories will lead to quick weight loss, and although you could see the numbers on the scale tumble immediately, you're likely doing more damage than good. When you significantly reduce your calorie intake, your body goes into survival mode. It doesn't simply burn fat for fuel, it begins breaking down muscular tissue as well. This is because muscle is metabolically costly for your body to maintain, and in a condition of imagined famine, your body will sacrifice muscle to preserve energy. Instead of crash dieting, opt for a modest calorie deficit. This involves decreasing your daily calorie consumption by roughly 20 to 25% below your maintenance level. For most individuals, this corresponds to a deficit of 300 to 500 calories per day. This technique allows for gradual, persistent fat reduction while delivering adequate energy to maintain your muscle mass and general body processes. Remember, the aim is to lose fat, not simply weight. By adopting a more controlled approach, you offer your body the chance to selectively burn fat reserves while conserving muscle structure. But generating a calorie deficit isn't simply about eating less, it's about eating intelligently. This takes us to our second critical error: to avoid ignoring protein intake. Protein is the building block of muscle, and it plays a critical function in sustaining lean mass throughout a fat reduction phase. When you're in a calorie deficit, your body is more prone to breaking down muscle tissue for energy. By ingesting appropriate protein, you give your body with the required amino acids to maintain and rebuild muscle tissue, even when you're shedding fat. Aim to ingest roughly 1.6 to 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight daily. For a 75 kg or 165 pound person, this would entail taking between 120 and 165 grams of protein each day. Spread this consumption between your meals to guarantee a continuous supply of amino acids throughout the day. Good sources of protein include lean meats, fish, eggs, dairy products, lentils, and high-quality protein supplements. By emphasizing protein in your diet, you create an anabolic environment that tells your body to hold on to muscle mass, even when you're reducing fat. Now, let's address a problem that's all too typical in the fitness world: overemphasizing cardio at the cost of strength training. Don't get me wrong, cardiovascular activity is wonderful for your heart health and may surely assist in fat reduction. However, when it comes to keeping muscle mass while shedding fat, strength training is your hidden weapon. Many individuals make the mistake of spending hours on the treadmill or elliptical machine, assuming that more exercise equals greater fat loss. While this technique could contribute to weight reduction, it doesn't always convert to fat loss while keeping muscle. Strength training, on the other hand, offers a significant stimulus for your muscles to adapt and develop stronger. This is vital during a fat loss phase, since it provides a strong signal to your body that muscle tissue is necessary and should be kept. Additionally, resistance training has been demonstrated to raise your metabolism for hours after your workout, a phenomenon known as excess post-exercise oxygen consumption, or EPOC, or the afterburn effect. This means you continue to burn calories long after you've left the gym. Incorporate strength training into your regimen at least 2 to 3 times per week. concentrating on complex movements that work numerous muscle groups. Movements like squats, deadlifts, bench presses, and rows should form the cornerstone of your strength training routine. As you proceed through your fat reduction journey, attempt to maintain or even raise the weights you're lifting. This incremental overload reminds your body that muscle is still required, urging it to hang on to that lean mass even while you're shedding fat. That's not to imply you should entirely quit cardio. Instead, try introducing high-intensity interval training or HIIT into your program. HIIT incorporates brief bursts of intensive exercise followed by intervals of rest or lower-intensity activity. This sort of exercise has been demonstrated to be especially helpful for fat reduction while keeping muscular mass. It's time-efficient, increases your metabolism, and may even lead to gains in muscular strength and power. Try combining 1 to 2 HIIT workouts each week, along with your strength training, for maximum results. Another crucial error to avoid is disregarding sufficient recuperation and sleep. In the pursuit for fat reduction, many individuals fall into the trap of believing that more is always better. They push themselves to the limit with tough exercises and limited recuperation, thinking that this method would hasten their achievements. In actuality, this may be detrimental. Overtraining and poor recuperation may lead to elevated cortisol levels, which can encourage muscle breakdown and fat accumulation, the exact opposite of what you're trying to accomplish. Recovery is when the magic occurs. It's during rest intervals that your muscles recover and develop stronger. Aim for at least 1 or 2 rest days every week, depending on the intensity of your exercise regimen. These don't have to be wholly idle days. Modest exercises like walking, yoga, or stretching may stimulate blood flow and help in healing without adding undue stress to your body. Sleep is another often overlooked part of fat reduction and muscle maintenance. Adequate sleep is necessary for hormone control, notably growth hormone and testosterone, which play key roles in muscle maintenance and fat metabolism. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of decent sleep every night. Establish a regular sleep schedule, build a pleasant nighttime ritual, and ensure your sleeping environment is cold, dark, and quiet. By prioritizing recuperation and sleep, you offer your body the chance to optimize hormone levels, rebuild muscle tissue, and effectively burn fat. Let's go into another typical pitfall: neglecting to effectively handle stress. While not directly tied to food or exercise, stress may have a dramatic influence on your body composition and fat reduction attempts. When you're anxious, your body produces cortisol, sometimes referred to as the stress hormone. Chronically raised cortisol levels may lead to increased fat accumulation, especially around the waist, and can encourage muscle breakdown. Managing stress is critical for maintaining a balanced hormonal milieu that promotes fat reduction and muscle maintenance. Incorporate stress reduction tactics into your regular routine. This might include techniques like meditation, deep breathing exercises, writing, or indulging in hobbies you like. Regular exercise alone may be a terrific stress reliever, but be aware not to utilize strenuous exercises as your main stress management strategy, since this can lead to overtraining. Consider including adaptogenic herbs into your regimen, such as ashwagandha or rhodiola, which have been found to help the body handle stress more efficiently. However, always contact with a healthcare expert before adding any new supplements to your routine. By keeping stress levels in control, you create an internal environment that's more favorable to fat reduction and muscle maintenance. Now, let's address a problem that's becoming more widespread in our contemporary, tech-savvy world, leaning too much on fitness monitors and apps. Don't get me wrong, these tools may be tremendously valuable for measuring your progress and keeping you responsible. However, they may also lead you wrong if you're not attentive. Many individuals make the mistake of simply following the calorie burn estimations offered by their fitness trackers, typically overestimating the amount of calories they've expended during activity. This might lead to a false feeling of security, pushing you to eat more than you should or slack off on your nutrition because you believe you've earned it via exercise. Remember, these gadgets generate estimations based on generic algorithms, and they may be inaccurate by a wide margin. Instead of depending exclusively on your fitness tracker, utilize it as one weapon in your arsenal. Pay attention to how your body feels, how your clothing fit, and how you're improving in your exercises. These real-world signs are frequently more trustworthy than the numbers on your watch. Another critical error to avoid is underestimating the significance of nutritional timing. While the overall quantity of calories and macronutrients you take over the course of a day is the most essential aspect for fat loss and muscle maintenance, the time of your meals may also play a role. Many individuals make the mistake of spending lengthy periods without eating, then having enormous meals. This method may lead to energy dumps, increased appetite, appetite and possibly overeating. Instead, attempt to spread your meals equally throughout the day, with a concentration on ingesting protein and complex carbs around your exercises. This strategy helps maintain stable blood sugar levels, offers a consistent supply of nourishment to your muscles, and may help regulate appetite. Consider consuming a meal combining protein and carbs roughly 1 to 2 hours before your exercise to fuel your training session. After your exercise, strive to take a comparable meal within 30 minutes to an hour to assist muscle healing and development. That being said, don't fall into the trap of believing you need to eat every 2 hours to stoke your metabolism or avoid muscle loss. This is a popular misconception in the fitness industry. While frequent meals work well for some individuals, others may find success with fewer, bigger meals. The idea is to discover an eating plan that fits for your lifestyle and helps you stick to your total calorie and macronutrient objectives. Let's address another typical mistake: forgetting to alter your diet and exercise as you grow. Many individuals start their fat reduction journey with a strong strategy, but they make the mistake of adhering to that precise plan, even when their body composition changes. As you lose fat and maybe acquire some muscle, your metabolic rate and dietary demands will vary. Failing to account for these changes might lead to plateaus in your development. Regularly analyze your calorie demands and alter your consumption appropriately. As you lose weight, your body needs less calories to sustain its new, lighter bulk. If you continue consuming the same quantity of calories that earned you early benefits, you may find your progress stagnating. Similarly, your workout regimen should adapt as you grow. The routines that pushed you in the beginning may become too easy as you gain stronger and more efficient. Continuously push yourself by increasingly overloading your workouts, whether that's by raising weights, adding repetitions, or including more complicated exercises. Another essential error to avoid is disregarding hydration. Water has a key part in practically every body function, including fat metabolism and muscular function. When you're dehydrated, your body's capacity to burn down fat for energy is hampered. Additionally, dehydration may lead to reduced performance in the gym, which might hamper your muscle preservation attempts. Aim to drink at least 8 to 10 glasses of water every day, and more if you're really active or live in a hot region. A decent rule of thumb is to drink enough water such that your urine is light yellow in color. Don't wait until you feel thirsty to drink. By that moment, you're already somewhat dehydrated. Consider having a water bottle with you throughout the day and setting reminders to drink frequently. Now, let's tackle a mistake that's becoming more widespread in our supplement-saturated fitness culture, leaning too much on fat burners and other magic pills. While some supplements might enhance your fat reduction efforts, they should never be considered as a replacement for adequate diet and exercising. Many individuals make the mistake of believing they can take a fat burner product and see the pounds melt away, all while continuing to eat badly and miss exercises. The fact is that most fat burner pills deliver, at most, a minor boost to your metabolism. The results are generally modest compared to the influence of a well-designed diet and exercise regimen. Moreover, many of these supplements are unregulated and may include dangerous substances. Instead of depending on unproven fat burners, concentrate on proven nutrients that may help your entire health and performance. These may include a high-quality protein powder to assist fulfill your protein demands, creatine for muscle maintenance and performance, and even a multivitamin to replace any nutritional gaps in your diet. Another crucial error to avoid is ignoring the value of dietary fiber. When concentrating on protein consumption and regulating total calories, many individuals unwittingly lower their fiber intake. This may lead to digestion difficulties, increased appetite, and possibly impair fat reduction efforts. Fiber serves a key role in maintaining intestinal health, encouraging feelings of fullness and balancing blood sugar levels. Aim to ingest at least 25 to 30 grams of fiber per day from a variety of sources. Good alternatives include vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and nuts. Not only can proper fiber consumption assist your digestive health, but it may also help you feel more content on less calories, making it simpler to adhere to your fat reduction plan. Let's address another typical pitfall: relying entirely on scale weight. While the number on the scale might be a helpful statistic, it doesn't tell the full picture when it comes to body composition. Many individuals feel disheartened when they don't see the scale moving, even while they're making progress in terms of fat reduction and muscle building. Remember, muscle is denser than fat, so it's possible to be reducing fat and growing muscle while keeping the same total weight. Instead than fixating on the scale, employ a variety of measurements to monitor your progress. Take frequent progress photographs, measure important body portions such as your waist, hips, and thighs, and pay attention to how your clothing fit. These real-world indicators generally give a more accurate picture of your development than the scale alone. Additionally, consider having your body fat percentage checked occasionally, either using calipers, bioelectrical impedance, or DEXA scans, if accessible to you. Another critical error to avoid is underestimating the necessity of keeping a healthy gut microbiota. The bacteria in your gut play a crucial role in your general health, including your body's capacity to utilize foods and maintain a healthy weight. Poor gut health may contribute to inflammation, hormone abnormalities, and even increased fat accumulation. To promote a healthy gut microbiota, incorporate a range of fermented foods in your diet, such as yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, and kimchi. These foods include helpful probiotics that may help fill your stomach with healthy microorganisms. Additionally, concentrate on ingesting enough of prebiotic foods, which nourish the healthy bacteria in your stomach. Good sources of prebiotics include garlic, onions, leeks, asparagus, and bananas. Now, let's tackle a mistake that's all too typical in the era of social media: comparing your success to others. It's easy to fall into the trap of judging your success against the beautifully crafted photos you see on Instagram or Facebook. Remember, everyone's body is different, and variables like genetics, starting point, and lifestyle all play a part in how soon you get results. Instead of comparing yourself to others, concentrate on your own growth. Celebrate the minor triumphs along the road, whether that's being able to lift a larger weight, notice your clothing fitting better, or just feeling more active throughout the day. Keep in mind that lasting fat reduction while keeping muscle mass is a slow process. It's not about creating sudden, spectacular changes, but rather about making constant improvement over time. Another crucial error to avoid is overlooking the significance of appropriate form and technique in your exercises. In the drive for fat reduction, many individuals emphasize intensity above appropriate execution of activities. This not only raises your chance of injury, but may also lead to inferior outcomes. When you utilize bad form, you're not efficiently targeting the appropriate muscles, which may impede both fat reduction and muscle maintenance efforts. Take the effort to acquire good form for all the workouts in your regimen. Consider working with a skilled personal trainer, at least initially, to verify you're completing moves properly. Focus on quality above quantity in your exercises. It's preferable to execute fewer repetitions with flawless form than to hurry through a bigger number of reps with bad technique. Remember, every rep should be intentional and controlled. Let's address another typical pitfall: forgetting to prepare for social events and eating out. Many individuals find their fat reduction attempts interrupted when confronted with social activities, parties, or meals at restaurants. While it's crucial to enjoy life and not become excessively rigid, neglecting to prepare for certain occasions might lead to rebound weight gain. Looking for high-quality supplements backed by Dr. Andrew Huberman himself? Check out the links in the description below and subscribe and hit the bell icon if you've learned anything new or anything of value.